The company's objective is to try and bring back these animals in the hope that it will help restore that grassland ecosystem so that we can protect the permafrost layer. See, now what has happened? Because of the absence of the grassland, permafrost has been exposed to the higher temperatures, and melting snow will essentially release all the methane, which is much more deadly than carbon dioxide as a greenhouse gas. I hope you know that methane has much higher global warming potential, many times higher global warming potential as compared to carbon dioxide. So this is the end goal of de-extinction. The idea is to bring back some of these species, to try and restore those ancient ecosystems in the hope that we can tackle global warming. But will this project really work? Does the project deserve such attention and focus? And is it not a waste of the investments? Because there are many other pressing challenges. And doesn't a de-extinction project raise ethical questions, moral dilemmas? That is what the editorial is focusing upon. The editorial is raising questions on the claims made by the company itself. Because as I said, these claims have to be peer verified by other scientists, by independent institutions and organizations. It has to pass the rigorous peer review. As I said, these dire wolves, the images that you are seeing across media, they're not exactly dire wolves as it is being claimed by some. It's just a functional copy with some traits of dire wolf. That doesn't make it a dire wolf. That doesn't make it a resurrection of the dire wolf. It's basically a weird looking grey wolf. As simple as that. The current grey wolf has been turned into a strange looking grey wolf with some 20 characteristics added from the dire wolf. And also, the overall viability of the project. See, even if, let's say, this company succeeds, there is no doubt that this is a tremendous scientific achievement. You can't undermine the scientific achievement. Definitely it highlights the potential of genetic sciences. But please understand, long-term results would take centuries. At least 100 to 150 years of effort would be needed to see anything practical on the ground. And more importantly, these are speculative projects. The question is, why are we spending millions and millions of dollars on a de-extinction project which may not even actually give us the desired results? Instead, let us focus on existing species which are actually going extinct. Take the elephants. They are endangered. They are being driven towards extinction because of habitat loss, because of human encroachment. So conservation funds might get diverted towards the wrong project. Instead of focusing on conserving the existing species, we might end up draining millions of dollars on speculative projects which may not even yield results. Even if they give results, it will be in the long term, over 100 to 150 years. So that is the question being raised here. And also don't forget the ethics of such a project. Doesn't this raise ethical dilemma? Aren't we interfering with the natural evolutionary process? When the Chinese scientists claim to have genetically edited human babies and produced designer babies, that itself triggered a huge uproar. So this raises important questions. The scientific community, the governments around the world, the global community has to place certain restrictions on the usage of such critical technologies. The technology can be evolutionary. Technology can be a great leveler.
Upgrade कर सकता है लेकिन बहुत खतरनाक.
It can transform human lives.
Human resources भी बहुत अच्छा बन जाएगा.
Technology in the wrong hands can be a dangerous weapon.
सही बात है.
So it's very important to strictly regulate such technologies and ensure that there are certain curbs. The ethical dimension has to be brought in when it comes to genetic engineering, which appears to be missing in projects such as the de-extinction project.
The de-extinction.
This is what you need to be aware of with regard to this breaking news. UPSC can definitely focus on this. We have got questions on CRISPR-Cas9 in previous exams. We have got questions on genetic modification before in prelims and mains.